Well, we do want to get everybody caught up with what else is going on today, and certainly all eyes are on Florida, where they are preparing for Hurricane Ian, which is now a Category 3 storm. We have a live look for you now at the southernmost point of Key West, where the first effects of the outer bands are being felt here in the United States. Now, 50,000 people were evacuated in Cuba ahead of the storm before it hit earlier today. The west coast of Cuba could have seen as much as 14 feet of storm surge, but so far we have no word on how bad the damage is as that storm departs. Right. So let's take a look at where this thing is sitting now. It is north of Cuba, but it is southwest of Key West. And there you can see the peninsula of Florida coming down. Where we get the pinks, that's new generation of big thunderstorms that are growing. We're kind of going through a cycling process right now. There's a brand new little pop of pink on the northwest corner of the eye, but clearly you can see the eye. This is visible satellite imagery, and I'm sorry we have the desk in the way. I need to move this map. But there you can see how it's moving. And right there at the end, you can see how those new thunderstorms are beginning to grow. So we think that now we're getting into another portion of this life cycle of this thing where it's starting to fire up again and become more intense. It is southwest of Key West, Florida. Key West sitting up here. So we've turned on the National Weather Service radars for Florida, and you can see a very well-defined eye there. The worst of the storm will be right around the eye, more specifically the northeast quadrant, so the upper right of the storm as it looks at the track. And as it is right now, this is a Cat 3 storm, 120-mile-per-hour winds, gusts to 140. This is from the National Hurricane Center's 4 o'clock advisory, so they're putting out hourly advisories now. And as we take a look at the track that this is expected to take, it is still expected to move into central Florida, now south of Tampa. This is huge for the city of Tampa and Tampa Bay metro area,
Fort Myers, maybe?
Venice.
Okay.
Because that means the bay, the Tampa Bay, will not get the worst of the storm surge.
Yep.
That would have absolutely crushed the city with about 10 to 15 feet of water coming in, inundating. Now all eyes are farther south. Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, right now, right in the crosshairs. Farther south than Fort Myers and Naples, Coral Gables, Punta Gorda, those areas are now expected to have the worst of the storm surge.
You pray for wherever it hits, but having lived in the Tampa area 5 years, I know exactly what you're saying to be true. Everybody was so fearful of a direct hit into the Tampa Bay area because they're not equipped to handle that kind of surge. Anything that's less than a direct hit of that is probably, in terms of dollar damage, it's a lot lower than what it otherwise could be.
Well, we know there's a lot of people who have family, friends, or vacation homes or winter homes down in Florida, and this would be kind of a Charlie 2.0 situation if you kind of keep up on your hurricane stats.